Lightning Web Component, we cannot build LWC from developer console. LWC can be built only through Visual Code. First thing, right? We can build it only through Visual Code. Now, first, let us go ahead and start creating an LWC, and then we will understand what is LWC structure, how it works, and everything. Let's see. So by now, everybody would have installed Visual Studio, SFDX CLI, right? Now, the second step, let's do create a folder, right? So I'm creating a new folder, right? Sorry, in my C drive, let me create a right click, new folder. I'm saying, oh, sorry, LT98, LT98. I'm giving a number, 98 patch, right? Serial number 97 is already going on, so 98 LT98, right? Lightning, or not LT, I will say LWC. Why LWC 98? I created a folder. Now I will come to my Visual Studio Code, click on File, click on Open Folder, and I point to that folder which I created. C drive, right? I request to please go on mute if you're not speaking, right? I scroll down, I look for your LWC 98. Here it is. I say select folder. A folder has been selected. A folder has been selected, right? Now, let us create a project. Control Shift P on the keyboard. Control Shift P, right? Project, create project, right? If it's not coming up, if you remember that in the Lightning class also, this was not coming up. So that means, right, something is wrong, right? That means either my SFDX or my CLIs, this is uninstalling it. I close it. Now this is a little bit of troubleshooting that I have to follow, right? So Visual Studio Code, I just type V, I open the Visual Studio Code. Everybody parallelly, right? Just check this out, if it's working or not, right? Create project. So I click market, right? Market, Salesforce, SALES, sales. Salesforce extension pack. You need not to install anything. I say install, right? Because yesterday it was giving me an error. Now I'm reinstalling my extension pack integration, because when I open it, I should be able to see install everywhere. I saw only install in certain places. So check whether install is available everywhere or not, right? These are some troubleshooting you have to do before you start using, right? If you're able to get a create project, well and fine. So I'm waiting for system to go ahead and install it. Extend, right? You don't need to install anything else. You don't need to install sales CLI integration, not required, right? In this itself, you have a CLI integration. You can see that CLI integration there inside it itself in the extension pack. So let us wait, right? Shouldn't be taking this much time. Meantime, everyone checked, even in the command prompt cmd. I type cmd, command cmd. I get a command prompt, right? Everybody has typed sfdx there. If you remember that, I told you to do so, right? sfdx, all in small, sfdx, press enter, right? Let the system retrieve the sfdx. That is the reason every time installing, uninstalling, installing, uninstalling creates a problem, right? So that's good. sfdx update, update update. Let me check. Yesterday only we updated it, so I don't think that we will have any type of issues here. The versioning should be good. But however, I see that it's taking long time to respond. Okay. So sad. Nothing is responding. This is also taking time. That's also installing. Okay, I'll pause the recording because there's no meaning in.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, now once this is created, what we have to do, we have to create a new project. So your your extension pack is installed. We created a folder. We went ahead. We click on open folder, right? After the folder is open, right? Let me say Control Shift P. I will say create project. Create new project. Now system will run the command. Let's wait. I'm waiting for the system to run. It takes little time. If it doesn't respond again, in that case, again, I have to restart or I have to, reinstall everything. If you remember, we had the same problem even while I was showing you the same VS component, how to create a lightning component through Visual Code. Okay, there we go. So what type of project you want? Standard project, empty project? I will say standard project, right? A default template. What is the project name? LWC 98. That's the project. PRJ. LWC 98 PRJ. Press enter, right? Automatically, you can see that the selected. So click on create project in that LWC 98 folder. Now system is creating a project. System is creating a project, right? So let's wait for the project to be created. So step one, create a project. This is the project file where I will be dumping all the LWC projects, in the sense, whatever the components that we'll be creating, we'll be dumping it there. Whatever the LWC we create, we'll be dumping it here, right? We'll be dumping it here. Clear? Right? That's good. So you can see that the whole project folder is created. Now, right? By the way, keep on observing the icons, right? One new icon appears here, test, right? One more icon will appear now very soon here, where you see the extension marketplace or extension. Below than this, one new icon appears. One more icon is about to appear. Wait, that's all good. Fine. Now the next thing, go to your Salesforce. So I open my Chrome, right? I open my Chrome, login.salesforce.com, right? Rupam. I will take the same Lightning, right, login that I have been using. I will not create a new login. Rupam @ lt96.com, password CRM1234 hash. I'm taking the same environment what I have been using for Lightning classes. Now I'm taking the same environment, right? Same environment for LWC also, so that everything is there in one place rather than creating two different. Perfectly fine. It's loading, right? Now, in the quick find, type DevHub, DEV, dev. Just type dev. Under the development, you would be able to see DevHub. Click on DevHub, right? Enable the DevHub. Here it's currently disabled. DevHub. What is a DevHub? Is a question. DevHub is nothing but it's a central code repository. Central code repository. The way we have GitHub, there are a lot of code repositories available. GitHub is the famous, where you can go ahead and you can, store all the codes, the versioning, as well as everything will be done by the GitHub. The similar manner, right? Salesforce is also providing you a centralized location to store your program, your LWC program, or program that you create through an offline tool. This is an offline tool. Program that you create through an offline tool. Even if I don't have internet connection, I can still create a Lightning component. I don't need an internet to do that. It's an offline tool. Such offline tool wants to sync with Salesforce. To sync with Salesforce, you need to have a code repository, and that is called as DevHub. DevHub is the central code repository for Salesforce. It is used for giving, retrieving, and providing and retrieving code, right, to all the offline tools, right? So I've enabled it. My step is done, right? Now let me go back. I'm back to the, right? We have already created a project. Now let us go ahead and authorize the DevHub. This tool, Visual Code, has to connect to this Salesforce DevHub. I have to do a connection. So how to do a connection? Control Shift P, right? I will say authorize DevHub. Actually, whenever I click on SFDX, this is running a command actually. Command, which we don't know, right? It's running a command. I said terminal, right? New terminal, right? Here in the terminal window, you'll be see system will be running some commands. Actually, this is a new generation. You have to type SFDX create prog. This is the command actually. The same command I'm now not writing here. I'm not pressing enter, but actually either this or I have to open a DOS window, CMD, right, command, and then here I have to write SFDX create proj project -j, then the name, then the name LWC prj 98. But because the new generation made it simple, we are no more writing the commands. We are just going ahead and executing what, right? I'm just going ahead, I'm saying, right, authorize the DevHub. Now system is running the authorized DevHub automatically. It's running the authorizing the DevHub, right? So it'll open this window where it'll ask you for your credential, right? This is trying to connect my offline tool. The tool which is offline to me is now trying to connect to what? So Rupam @lt96.com, password CRM1234 hash. right? Now you can see authorization of DevUp ran successfully. We authorized it. Otherwise, it will give you access or deny. Just say access, allow access. And when you come to this window, this is done. So that means you have just allowed the Microsoft Visual Code Studio to go ahead and dump the data or retrieve the data from where? From Salesforce DevHub. DevHub is the central repository. You can store the program here. Any given time, you can push the program to the repository. Any given time, you can retrieve the program from the repository. It's a program folder in the Salesforce environment. Done. Now, let's go ahead and you can create scratch org. But before I can create a scratch org, what I will do is that I will go ahead and I will org. Authorize an org. I say authorize an org. What type of org? Production, sandbox. In real time, if it's a development, we select sandbox. We select sandbox. So it's a production. I will say production URL. Type enter. Don't type anything. Again, system will open the Salesforce and it will ask you for a username and password. So let's wait. Right. So username Rupam. Once again, I'm entering Rupam at the rate lt96.com. Password CRM1234 hash. Right. You need not to do this again. Right. Authorizing debug is only once. You need not to do again. Authorizing an org is a one-time job. We don't do it again. Right. So now, as soon as you authorize, can you see a new icon has appeared called Salesforce here? So that a new icon has appeared. Now I can close it. A new Salesforce icon has appeared in my Visual Studio Code. I click on it. Now I can retrieve all the classes, right? Components that I have created. I can retrieve it right now here. Right? I can retrieve, see, right? All this custom dashboard class, right? You can go ahead, you can see everything is available here, right? Complete list. Apex triggers. So that what are the triggers that we have written, right? If you have written, oh, sorry, this is not a development, no? So we have written what? Aura components, right? We have written what? Aura components. There is no triggers, okay? We have written list of Aura components in our classes, right? You can see that the whole list of Aura component is now available here. Wait, it's retrieving because you have authorized the org. See, all your lightning components that I created during our lightning classes, whatever the lightning components we created, you can click on it and you can click on this icon to download it. Click on this icon, click on this download. Automatically it will be downloaded to your project folder, to local machine, and then you can start working. It will be to my local machine. You can see, right? All this, you can see that icon. Retrieve. Automatically it will retrieve this, right? Retrieve. Apex classes, whatever the classes that you want to download it in your Visual Code project. This is an offline. Everything that I'm downloading, where it's saving, it is saving in that folder. These are the classes we have written, if you remember. Client server-side controllers, right? You can retrieve it. Once you retrieve it, then it will come to your project folder, which I'll show you later, not now. It will come to your project folder. It will come to your project folder. Right? It will come to your project folder.
Sir,
Right? Yes, tell me.
this is nothing but client-side controller, like.
No, it is something like an external tool. It's not a client-side controller. It is an external tool through which you can do development. You can do a programming through this tool also rather than from developer console. Right? Developer console is one of the IDE environment. Similarly, Visual Code is also an IDE environment. Right? Now,
Okay, sir.
let us create a first lightning component, a lightning, right, web component. Let me go ahead and create Shift P, right? I will say create a lightning web component. Create a lightning web component, right? What is the name? I will say LWC lightning web component underscore, right? What is today's date? 2306. I'm following the same naming culture. Underscore EG1 EG1 underscore LWC EG. First LWC example. This is my first LWC component I'm creating. I press enter. Press enter. System is now creating an LWC for you. System is now creating an LWC. System is now creating an LWC. So this is the LWC. In LWC, there are three bundle elements: HTML, .js, .js-meta.xml. In the Lightning, you have how many? 7 or 8. 7 or 8. 7 elements in common. But here, there are 4 elements. Out of that 4, you are able to see only 3 now. First one, right? XML, right? Whatever your name of the component .html. This is the place where you will be doing all the designing part. This is equivalent to Aura component. In Aura component, you type lightning card, right? Lightning this, lightning that, all these things you keep on, you start typing, right? So let's see here, lightning lightning, this colon, here it's dash, lightning ca, lightning card, see, same thing, lightning card. Title equals to, right, my first, right, LWC component. Title equals to LWC component. Inside this, I'm saying, hi, this is my first LWC component. In template, you do all designing. I say Control S. Whenever you see this white circle, right, that means it's not saved. Control S. It changed to cross. Cross means it's saved. Whenever there is a round circle, it's not saved. So now it's saved. Metadata, right? This is what? This is here. It is equal to lightning component, but there is no is equals to Aura component. But as I told you, we will not use any Aura commands in this, right? So Rupam, how do you say Aura if? Don't worry. How do you say Aura iteration? We will see. How do you use Aura method? We will see. Completely different, right? Some of the commands are same. Lightning card is same. That is the reason the prerequisite for LWC is that you should have attended lightning classes. Then only you should come here. Because I'm not going to explain you what is a card, what is a layout. Everyone knows layout now. Everyone knows card, right? I don't need to explain components, data table, right? Lightning record, view form. So because, right, if I start explaining, then it'll be another 2 months class. So you need to have a prerequisite is that you, right, attended the lightning development classes, because we'll be using some of the lightning components here. Next, .js. This is the place where you write your controller. I press enter. In this line, you write the controller. In this line, you write the controller. In this line, you write the controller. Getting it? In this line, you write the controller. For example, let me go ahead and write, right? I'm showing you lightning, lightning, button, lightning button, lightning dash button, a button, lightning button, right? What is that? What are the what are the attributes of button? Label. Label equals to what? Label equals to what? Submit. Submit. See, label equals to submit. Label equals to submit, right? Icon name. Do you want the icon name? The same property I'm using. The same property I'm using. ICON, icon. But here, dash name. There, icon, here no caps. Icon name. Things are changing, guys. You see that, the programming style. Icon dash name. What is icon name? I will say, right, what is that? Standard, STANDARD, standard account, ACCOUNT, standard account, standard account, right? Now, next, what is this? On click, on click, on click. Now, here, you don't put quotes, directly you write in a bracket. Call me. On click, call me. This is the way you write. You don't put insert the quotes. Somewhere the quotes are used, somewhere the quotes are not used. You have a button. So a component with a message, with a title, when you click on it, right? So on click, this is the one. I say Control S. Now let's go to the JS. On click, call me. You go to the JS, double click the JS. Where do you write? You write the call me directly here. Call me like this. Call me like this. I will say alert. Alert. Alert what? Alert. I'll give a message. Hi. This is executed from LWC JS file. LWC JS file. Control S. See? So this is the place where you'll be writing the controllers, all the controller program, right? Different. Don't think that it's the same what you did there. No. Alert is same, but remaining all the programs will be different now. So you write within this bracket. The last file called js-meta.xml. js-meta.xml. First of all, set it to true. Is exposed. TRUE. Set it to true. Which location you want to, right? Where do you want to expose this component? Right. I want to expose in, right, let's say that in app page. You remember you have those checkboxes, app page, record page. So you put it here. I'm not giving any place. I say Control S. Control S. Here you define the location. What is that meta.xml? This is a file to show the location. Location. This is the file to show the location. Right? This is the file to show location. Right? Which location? Currently, I'm not, because if you, while creating lightning component also, I never check those boxes in the starting. So here also, and I'm not giving any location. We will come to this. Now, I created XML. XML is the place where you write static. You write the designing part of it. All the designing is done in the template command, which is nothing but HTML. All your client-side scripting helper will come inside this command called as .js. Right? Every component by default will have 3, actually 4. One more is there, CSS, which we'll see later how to apply CSS to it. Now I say Control S everywhere. Now let me put it directly in the dev org. Control P. I can deploy this to the scratch org. I can create a scratch org. We'll talk about what is a scratch org and everything. Now I directly go ahead and say deploy this. Now this LWC component that I created is getting deployed to the source org. So that no aura, nowhere I have used any aura command. Without using an aura, we are deploying it. It got successfully deployed. Let's see whether it got deployed or not. I come to my Salesforce, right? I scroll down, right? Under custom code, I see lightning components. I see lightning components. I see lightning components. Everything is aura, 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 more, right? Scroll down, aura, aura, more. See, so many we created. Scrolling down, aura, aura, more, more. They should have given a number there, right? Or more, right? They should have given 100, 200, 300, but right? 2505 more. I'm scrolling down, right? Aura, aura, 206 more. See, in the lightning classes, so many we created. See, now you see the last one. Aura, 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 LWC. LWC 2306, example 1, LWC EG. Example EG. EG. See, right? LWC EG. So first lightning component we created. Okay, Rupam, how to deploy this? Did we mention any location? Whether it has to be an app page, record page? No. So when there is no location, the only option to see at this moment is what? Through application. I go to develop, right? Through application. I want to see through application, right? I close once again. Setup, right? Developer console. Okay. Close everything, right? File, new, right? Application, right? I told you both LWC and right. LWC is in the higher. You can call an LWC inside an lightning component, but all lightning component cannot be called inside LWC. This. So let me test. LWC underscore LA underscore LWC underscore dummy app. It is just for us to see. That's it. Right? It is just for us to see. Right? So I will say extends to what? To force SL control S. Now I will put my component. What is my component name? Right click on my component. I will click on read. I copy this. I come to my developer console. I will say C colon. This is just for, that's the reason I said dummy. It's just for put, right? I will say preview. Now this is created with LWC. Let us see how it works. Will I get an output or not? See, same as a card. Same as a card. I click on submit. Hi, this is executed from LWC JS file. Click the button. See, on a look and feel, do you see anything different? No, right? If it's I create a lightning component also, it's the same thing, but without using an aura command, without using any aura command, we started doing it. Aura attribute, we will not use. We will not use any aura attributes. We'll see this in tomorrow's class, what are the different types of attributes available, variables, public variable, local variable, private variables. We will see the variables tomorrow, right? Today, we just created one lightning component, a simple plain lightning component. Understood, guys? Anyone has any questions?
Sir, initially
Anyone
you
had
have
any?
taken a blank folder, right? Blank
Sorry?
project, right?
Yep,
When
I've
you have
created a
started.
blank project. Yes, that's correct. LWC 98 PRJ. It's a blank project. LWC 98 PRJ. It's a blank project which I created, right? It is in C drive, right? Oh, sorry. Scrolling down, LWC 98. LWC 98 PRJ. This is the folder where you're saving. This is the folder where you're saving, right? Where is my component, right? Where is my component, right? Whatever where it is under VS Code, right? Where it is, SFT, check it out. Org, tool, explore the folder inside, right? 96. So system is storing everything in this folder, right? So whatever we are creating it, right? System is storing here in this VS Code here, right? VS Code, config, right? System is stored in this folder. Force app, main, default. This is the location. Here you'll be what? Under LWC folder, right? You see the path here, force app, main, default, LWC, force app, main, default, LWC. Same thing I'm following. Force app, main, default, LWC. Can you see your component here? This is the component. XML file, Java file, metadata file. File, not XML file, HTML file, Java file. This you can copy in a pen drive and you can give to anyone and anyone can deploy this component. See the folder location that is available. Clear? What exactly, right? So today we have seen how to create a lightning web component, a basic, well, simple, nothing. There's nothing that it's just a simple LWC component. By default, the bundle has 3, but actually there are 4 elements of LWC component. What are those? HTML, JS, JS hyphen or JS dash meta.xml and CSS. And CSS. There are 4, but currently only visible 3. The 4th one, what is that XML is used? XML is used for any type of designing. JS is used. JS is used for any type of, right? Any type of JavaScript controller. JS-meta is used for target location where this component has to be deployed, right? Where the component has to be deployed. For now, expose is true. That means yes, it has to be visible. People, developers can call this component. So this is what we learned today. Any questions? Anybody has any questions?
Yeah.
Able to understand? Yes.
Here you haven't enabled Scratch Arc. I mean, the Dev Hub, right?
Right. I didn't create any scratch org in the DevHub.
And even you did not enable Dev Hub in Salesforce.
No, I enabled it. That is what I did. The first step. Go and check the recording. I went to the Salesforce. I typed dev. I clicked on dev. I checked. I just enabled it. So yes, I
Sorry, I was
enabled it.
confusing. Can you go to Google Chrome and then just can you just go to the Dev Hub? I think you haven't
Yes.
enabled it. Let's see.
No. I did. No, I did. Check the recording. Check the recording. I told you to type dev.
Yep.
Go to DevHub. If you remember this, then this button which was disabled, I clicked enabled. Then I gave you the DevHub definition. What is a DevHub? After enabling only, I started the DevHub introduction.
Oh,
It's a central repository.
Okay, got it. And you do not create Scratch Arc, but you have directly deployed to Source Arc,
Yes.
right?
Directly I deploy to the source org.
So we don't need Scratch Arcs to deploy. So now can we directly deploy to the
Yeah,
Source Arc?
we can. You can see that I did it, right?
Yeah, you did it.
You can. I did it. So not required.
I'm in the impression
No.
that we have to create Scratch Arc.
No.
Then only
No.
we can deploy it to the Salesforce orgs.
No. Scratch orgs, we'll talk about it. What is a scratch org? What is the need of a scratch org? Why do you need it? It is in developer space. Scratch org. Okay, by the time anyhow, people, there was a word called scratch org has been raised. What is a scratch org? Right? You gave me a work. I'm doing the work. Where I'm doing the work? I'm doing the work of force. Same thing somebody else is doing. Both work will get conflict. I made a change on the same program. Somebody else made a change. That's a problem. In that case, I will say, okay, guys, I will give you individual organization to each and every one. Your own space, valid for 21 days, valid for 2 weeks, one sprint. One sprint is 15 days, right? By default, you can put 15 days. That's how it comes up. 15 days, this org is valid. You can do the programming in this org. And after 15 days, this org will no more valid. I have to create a new org for you. It's a space I'm giving you where you can deploy the program, I can retrieve the program. You can do anything in that org. That's called scratch org. Scratch org. You can do anything on that org. We call them as scratch org. Right?
Okay, it's nothing but like we do create GitHub branches. So it acts like one of the branch, right?
One of the branch. It works as one of the branch. That's it. Now, do I need the branch? Is it mandate? No, it's not mandate. I can directly go ahead and I deploy it, which I did it. I neither created a scratch org, right? I just authorized the dev hub. I created a dev hub. First step, right? After all the installation is done, what I did, I created a folder. Then I created a project. I pointed that project to the same folder. I saved the project there. I've selected standard project. I saved it there. Second step, I went to the Salesforce. I enabled my dev hub. Third step, I came back to my Visual Studio Code. Ran authorize dev hub command. I authorized dev hub. Then again, I went to the same Visual Code. I ran another command called authorize an org. I authorize an org. So both devup and org was authorized in my Visual Code. Immediately, you'll see this icon org browser. Then only. That means you can download directly from all the program from the browser directly here. Right? I didn't create anything in the scratch org. I need to create a scratch org. I can directly do that. Scratch org is an additional facility available, not must and mandate that you have to use. It's an additional feature. Clear? When we come to the Scratch topic, we'll discuss about it. Now, first start learning how to do all these things. How to create a component, right? We'll come to the Scratch later.
Okay, one last thing. Without authorizing DevHub, if I authorize org, right, can I deploy it to the source org?
No.
Okay, it has to be authorized, right? The DevHub first.
Yes. Yes. Right?
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Right? Anything else? See, without authorizing the DevHub, right, you can go ahead and you can push the program to the required component. You don't, DevHub is an additional feature. It's given to you in the Salesforce. In DevHub, you need to have a Scratch org, right? If I'm going via DevHub, then I have to have a Scratch org, right? If I don't enable the DevHub, I can also directly go ahead and deploy it. It's not that I cannot deploy, right? Salesforce DevHub is an additional feature. It was not there in the earlier release. Earlier, did we have a DevHub anytime? No, in the long back, if you go 3-4 years back, we didn't have a DevHub, right? Directly, from the external IDE tool, we used to deploy it or we used to push it to the main org, right? Today also we can do that. So without enabling DevHub also, you can go ahead and try, you can push and you'll see that, yes, you can push it. Any question? Any other questions?
So let's say if I have only permission, like only to view the classes, so still I can download them in this VS Code.
Yes, you can download. Yes, you can download, you can make a change. But whenever you're trying to upload the change, then it will give an error.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Yes, guys, able to understand? I just created a simple LWC component today. First class of LWC component creation. If you have understood 50%, that's enough. Anyhow, we hold now. Hold every day we have to do this only. Creating LWC components, the way we are getting lightning components. In every component, I'll be showing you different, you know, what do you call it, technologies, as well as, right, what are the features, how to use, different technologies inside it. We will start looking on it. Guys, able to understand? Yes, everyone. Is it bouncing? Right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is it all good? Okay. Right. The video once, right? Simple component I've created. Tomorrow onwards, we will start creating or we will start working on LWC components. And then you'll come to know, you'll be full-fledged first class. So 50% understanding is enough. Tomorrow onwards, full-fledged, you'll be able to understand. Don't worry about it. Okay. So that's it for today. And let's meet tomorrow again at the same time. So have a nice